I say this word a lot, but I don't always expound on what it means to integrate. Integration, right? Because there's all these things floating around in the world, right? Kill your ego, like vanquish your demons and lay to rest, like all of this, like very, very like low key. Like if I was your demons or your ego or whatever the hell you're trying to vanquish and eliminate and get rid of, and like limiting beliefs, killing them, eliminating them, like nobody likes that energy. Like you don't like to be eliminated, so you don't like to be killed and all of that stuff. There's feelings that come up with that because like it's violent and like unnecessary. And also, what does it mean to kill a part of yourself? Your ego is part of you, right? I think it's very much about unpacking it and understanding what the purpose of each thing is. The reason we have an ego is to keep us safe, socially safe, and in the world safe. If you didn't have your ego, if you didn't have, like for instance, something that I was put onto, if you didn't judge or compare, you would die, right? Like we need to assess things in the world. Discernment is something that is spoken a lot about in the spiritual world. Like as you learn about things, as you receive a lot of news, you got to be able to discern. You got to be able to decipher and pick what resonates, right? Or align yourself with what resonates through discernment, which is a form of judgment. And it's about learning how to use these mechanisms so that they serve you and they serve the world we're trying to build, right? Because if you're using comparisons to compare yourself to what people have and don't have, or you're trying to compare yourself to somebody who has nothing like you, versus comparing yourself to who you used to be and how much you've grown, you see, those are two different ways of using comparison. And so when I say integration, that's a lot of the work that I do. It's about sitting with those shadows, sitting with the ugliness, sitting with all the things we hate about ourselves, all the things that people told you about, all your trauma, all your stories, even all your limiting beliefs, and welcoming them back into you. Holding space to transmute them, right? Alchemize. Alchemy meaning to change different states and to transform it, right? We want to transform it ultimately so that we can have understanding of it and bring it back into us. Like traumatic experiences, they want to be understood too. That's why they're screaming in pain. It's not to lay that to rest and then bury it deep. Like that's still a part of you. The experience that happened it's not to say, like the violence or whatever you experienced is part of you. However, the part of you that was wounded by it is part of you, and you cannot cast that off. And you cannot cast off the fact that you were hurt. And I think something that people don't like to admit is that we were hurt, that it hurt us, that we wanted something differently, that we expected something differently, that we deserve something different. And it's okay to feel those things. It's okay. And we sit with that. We sit with that and we call it back, right? And we make peace with it versus killing your ego, vanquishing your demons. Like your demons just want to tell you some stuff. Demon also comes from the word, if you want to look it up, the Greek word daimon, which means deity. So an angel, aren't demons just like fallen angels? Isn't they the angels without the wings? No. Yeah, integration, baby. We can't do none of this. Like I don't know. I'm really not here for this. Like I like my light better than my dark. Like your dark don't like that. And also let's assess why we think that. Again, always white, right, bright, light, white, right? And then dark, scary, black. We're just remembering how we are learning these terms. It's not in a vacuum, right? We are socialized to feel these ways about things. We are conditioned to learn to feel these ways about these things. And so much of the process of integration is dispelling, letting go of what we've been taught as right and wrong, or how you should feel and shouldn't feel. And it is what it is. That's what we learn. It is what it is. And we sit with that. Yeah. Not good, not bad. Just notice. And we gotta really stop being with the, this is a bad thought. This is a bad thing. This is a bad, Like, there's reason. We need to unpack the reasons why things are happening in this way. And how we learned it, who we learned it from. What benefit has it been to us to continue in this path, like in this way? What are we gaining from this? There's so much locked away in all these things we don't want to sit with, in all this pain, in all this misery, and all this, the stuff that you're avoiding. It got mad power in it. That's why you're avoiding it. Yeah, just some thoughts wanted to share.